Oregon. It was called TESOL Methods, and this is my final action plan. And thank you, CBA, for allowing me to be part of this. Also, I would like to thank the Department of State, the United States. They are the ones who give these courses. Right? The program is called E-Teacher Scholarship Program. And by the way, you can apply with the boss here. I think that he's about to tell you how to be part of this development, personal development and professional development. My final action plan was called Blended Learning Debate. I took something that I already did for many years. Like 3 years ago, I started doing this. And I adapted it to what I learned, using technology as well, because I did web skills before. So blended learning, as everyone knows, is a mix of classroom learning and online learning as well, right? The problem that I encountered with this model, if you want to call it like that, is that it included, self-paced learning. That means the student is supposed to pace himself or herself into the online learning. We don't have that commitment among Bolivians. So I need to change that. I needed to change that in order to make it work for us. And that's what I did, creating the course especially for intermediate and advanced students. Okay, and what was the issue or challenge that I found is speaking skills. Students get to advanced levels, they cannot speak. It's like, please, go ahead, and we need to take the words out of their mouths. It's so difficult for us. And I asked myself, why? Why does this happen at the CBA or with our students? And the answer was, because they don't know, they don't read, they don't inform themselves. How can we make them talk in a very authentic way? First, we need to provide them, feed them with information, feed them with facts, with examples, with videos, so they are prepared. And when they come to our classrooms, they have an informed speech, right? Because if I ask you to talk about, I don't know, neurosurgery, you will not know anything. But what about if I show you videos? What about if I show you some PDF documents? Go ahead, read, investigate, broaden your vocabulary, ask questions, do this online and come here and ask questions. So it's going to be a different way of teaching. And for that, you need to set up an Edmodo class. I definitely love their motto. It's where learning happens. And also voice thread, which is conversations in the cloud. This is how it works. You set up an Edmodo class, and I will show you a little video about how to do that. And okay, that happens online. What do you do in the classroom? You do only this. You write a proposition. My proposition was the one-child policy in China, because I find that very controversial. I know that many people want to have a lot of children. Some people just want to have one, and they have their different reasons. So it is controversial. You need to find a topic like that. You write your proposition on the board. You divide your class in teams, taking into account that you need to include shy people with outgoing people, and of course your best students with your lower ability students, and mix them up, because at the end of this debate there's going to be a winner, and you don't want a very strong team against a very weak team. We know who our students are, so we divide them equally, right? Then you need to present the students the Edmodo class. You don't need to do anything. The videos are on my YouTube channel. You just download the video and show the video. You don't even need to do that, right? Everything is set up for you guys. Then you introduce the voice thread site and you teach them how to use it, right? There's a video for that too. It's done. Okay, how is that you're gonna develop this? The very first day of classes, you tell your students at the end of this term, there's gonna be a debate. The debate is gonna be about this. These are the teams. Guys, you will not study anything in class. You will do it online. You give them the code, okay? And they need to sign up to Edmodo and start downloading the information. All right. The second week, you ask them to write their arguments. They have to be no longer than 1 minute. And this is a simple paragraph, and we teach that already. This is a use of what we already know, what we already, what we have already thought in the past. So it's just a use, all right? They need to write and post their arguments online. You don't even have to correct their arguments. You do peer correction. They will do it by themselves. You will just take a very quick look. You're going to say, it's ready to go. It's ready for the debate. So it's a little work, and it's a very huge result, productive result. The third week, once they are reviewed, okay, they have perfectly written arguments, and students are ready to record their arguments and upload them, upload the recordings to VoiceThread. And again, peer correction. They are obligated, it's mandatory to listen to at least 2 of your classmates and correct the pronunciation. You know, do the correction. You do not do the correction. They will do it. Let them work, let them be, let them produce, right? They will do everything online while you are, conducting your classes normally for the rest of the week. And finally, we have the day of the debate. What do? You put your teams face to face and start the war. I tell them this because I want them to be aggressive in the use of their language. I want them to defend their positions. I want them to be certain about what they say. You sit them face to face. After that, they have to exchange arguments, their written arguments. So the other person has the opportunity to start thinking about the rebuttal, where is when you try to destroy the argument of the other person. After that, arguments are weighed, and you just talk face to face. First the pro team, the defending team, then the con team. All right? While the other person talks, the person in front of the other student needs to take notes and start thinking, how can I kill this argument? What is the weakest link? So you instruct your students, and you don't even need to instruct your students. I have the videos. All right? The videos are here. You show them the videos of students doing this already, and they will have the idea. They will actually see how is the debate going to be, right? So that's the day of the debate. Then you have the rebuttal. For the rebuttal phase, I had to come up with something very not technological. Little pieces of paper that said yes, that's it, and no. So I give the yes to the person that I think did a better job, either expressing their arguments or rebuttal during the rebuttal phase, attacking the other person's argument. So you give yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and at the end of the debate, you ask them to count their yeses and their no's, and of course, there is always a winner, and you have to reward them, and we know how, points. They love points. Of course, we cannot give them money, right?
Sorry, but you said you give them yes, no. To what do you answer? Like to their response?
Actually, to their argument exposing first, because some of them are not prepared. So there is a rubric for that. students know what is expected from them. Okay, so for example, I have this rubric here. One quick one, I'll show you. Just 1 minute. Debate rubric, there you go. So if a student wants to get a yes, a student should do this, and they know. Okay? That means you have different categories: understanding, stating facts. It's done. You can download it from the internet. Rebuttal. The student listened carefully to the opponent, took notes, and sustains an excellent rebuttal. The students wait for his or her opponent to speak. You know, we have different categories here. Okay?
What do yes or no stand for?
It stands for you did a better job.
Okay.
And you lost.
Okay, got it.
Like that. Yes. So if for example, I say, okay, having only one child represents less money, you know, for the family, and I say, you know what, maybe your child is, you know, a spoiled one, and he wants everything. I'm not killing your argument, right? If I say, you know what, not every family saves money, because there are poor families that even if they have or they don't have money, by having one children, if I expose like that, then I will actually kill your argument and you get a yes. You will know. You never know, because it's actually, that's the good thing about this. You get surprised, you're gonna learn, and you're gonna be exposing them to a different culture. I recommend to, you know, to have topics that include cultural awareness, so they learn something else from some other cultures. So as the same way that we have this rubric for the debate, you also upload to the class the rubric for the writing. And if they want to have a very good argument, they should follow this, right? The information clearly relates to the main topic, it includes several supporting details, so they know what to do, even without you saying, telling them what to do, because they have these documents on the model class.